One member of the press asks about Maharishi's frequent references to the junction point. And Maharishi speaks of the junction point as the area between the field of unity and the point of infinity. So the very basic question from this member of the press is, what is the junction point and what is its practical significance?
Junction point is the junction point of unity and diversity. Unity and diversity. In between is the awareness that joins the two and that separates the two. Junction point is a unifying value and is a diversifying value. This means all possible values. So when we emphasize on the junction point, we are emphasizing on both values of natural law, the values that unite and the values that separate. The value that unite, the value that separate, and this awareness on the level of experience and this understanding on the level of the intellect and this level of intelligence on the behavioral level in the mind and senses. And it is this that makes the environment of man. So it is the junction point which is very basic to what we want to achieve. What we want to achieve is all possibilities lively in the awareness of the individual. Then that individual, whatever it will do, the doing will always be balanced between silence and dynamism. So life will be balanced. So life will be utilizing all the laws with reference to dynamism and all the laws with reference to silence. This will be a perfection level of life. This is what we say, the result of Vedic education. Vedic education, the education of Ved. Ved means knowledge. And knowledge means total knowledge. So this total knowledge is available in the junction point. The whole field of 6 values of darshanas, 6 systems of approaches are elaborately bring to light all the values, theory and practice of the total field of knowledge. Promoting this Vedic education, which, talking in terms of the physiology, we say uses total brain. So this is Vedic education, which, on the basis of which we aspire to create heavenly life in our world. All possibilities are there in the junction point. That's why in Indian life, which is Vedic system of living, which is Vedic system of thinking, which is Vedic system of speaking, all that is a flow of balance. The junction point is a great thing. That in the yogic terms called samadhi, that the intelligence is even even on both levels of awareness, the dynamic level of awareness and the silent level of awareness. Just the junction point, junction point, junction point. In this, what is lacking in our education? This silence, teaching of silence, knowledge of silence. Silence lacking in the field of action. When silence is lacking in the field of action, then the action exhausts the individual. It tires him out. When a man becomes tired in work, in any work, doesn't matter what, then he has not been properly trained to work. Now I want to create as many custodians of this total knowledge as possible within the time that is available to us in the world. And we want to establish all these beautiful, beautiful oases in the desert, that the knowledgeable people will be functioning from the level of peace. From the level of peace. Let us hear the aspiration of the President of the Government of Peace in USA. He is so very dedicated to his new responsibility. And the new responsibility is to create as many enlightened people in the world which will have the balanced level of awareness, balanced level of consciousness. All this, Dr. Bevan Morris said 7 states of consciousness, huge, all these 50 years of our explaining to the people the experiences of transcendental meditation and all that. Now this training will make the custodians of this knowledge spread in all parts of the world, and the world will have the lighted lamps everywhere. It's a beautiful thing, huh?